Test, test. Got to turn it down a bit. Here, let me. Test, test.
You have about 5 seconds to get off.
Test, test.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great.
Okay, test yours, test yours.
Testing microphone number 2.
Just check. Yes or no? Check if the cord's still in. On all of them. See if we can cut it this way?
Flying Cardinals team. We are proud to announce tonight's starting offensive lineup for this year's squad. Starting at center, Duffy. Starting at guard, number 56, junior Kyrie Butler. At the other guard, number 74, senior Connor Devitt. At tackle, number 71, junior Riley Hackett. At the other tackle, number 58, senior captain Tom Smith. At tight end, number 80, senior Dan Nardo. At wide receiver, number 8, junior Griffin Pensabine. At the other wide receiver, number 1, senior captain Noah Lee. At running back, number 21, junior Nifis McIntyre. At running back, number 5, senior Tawfiq Bartlett.
Test.
And rounding out tonight's offensive lineup, quarterback, number 9, junior captain Colin O'Sullivan.
Test.
And here is head coach Brett Stover, his coaching staff, and the rest of the 2021 UD Cardinal football squad. And now coming into the stadium, below the scoreboard, is head coach John Lunardi and his 2021 Westchester Henderson Warriors squad. field for the coin toss are the captains for tonight's game. For Westchester Henderson, number 1, Casey Killeran. Number 2, Ryan Trice. Number 6, Jordan Porter. And number 75, Lorenzo Riccardi. Representing Upper Dublin, number 1, Noah Lee. Number 9, Colin O'Sullivan. And number 78, Tom Smith. Upper Dublin won the toss and has chosen to defer. Westchester Henderson will be receiving tonight's opening kickoff. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to honor America. We ask everyone to please rise and remove your hats as Upper Dublin athletic trainer Katie Bartosik sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And the journey to repeating as district champs begins tonight. It is Upper Dublin Cardinals versus Westchester Henderson. I'm CJ Ambrose along with Jake Levine. Jake, what do you think about tonight's game?
Well, let's be honest for a second. Upper Dublin 8-2 after everything we've seen out of the Upper Dublin community this season, after the effects of Hurricane Ida and all the daytime games they've had to play and the games that they've had to play in this very stadium, the extra road games they've played. They've persevered. They lost 2 games on the whole season, only one of them in conference. This has been an absolutely unbelievable perseverance job by Upper Dublin just to get where they are today. This is the start. We talked about repeat as division champs or district champs, I should say. But what an unbelievable season by the Upper Dublin Cardinals just to get to where they are today at 8-2.
Upper Dublin going to be kickoff to start the game. They deferred after winning the coin toss. At quarterback for WC Henderson, although usually it's the heart and soul of their team, Eddie Smink. Tonight he will not be playing. It'll be number 2, Ryan Trice at quarterback. Westchester Henderson runs a hybrid-style college offense, and we'll see how it runs under Trice instead of their normal man in Smink.
And, it's going to be very interesting to see it. We don't really know much about quarterback. He's certainly a wild card. Upper Dublin doesn't know much either, so that's certainly going to be an interesting part as this one, as we're going to get underway here from Wissahickon High School.
Here we go. Ball kicked to around the 30-yard line. Returner going and brought down around the 37, and that's where we will begin today's game for Westchester Henderson's offense. Westchester, of course, led by Ryan Trice today. Jordan Porter, he's their star running back. Connor Grissier, tight end. Will Porter, wide receiver. Logan Kraft, wide receiver. And Shane Hemsworth, also at wide receiver.
And we're going to see what this offense is. We're going to get a chance to see them really first. We didn't know who was going to get the ball. We're going to get to see the backup quarterback lead his troops out there today to start this one.
Again, we see a lot of looks from this Westchester Henderson offense. We're going to see a flex bone look to start off. Trice under center, Trice in the gun. Fumble, falls on it. And that's a good start for Upper Dublin.
So something that's underrated when we talk about quarterbacks and centers specifically who are not in the game, the communication they have when snapping the football out of the gun is impeccable, and there's an art to it. Here on the very first play, that connection hasn't been being built all season, and there it hurts Westchester Henderson on the very first play, and we're going to see that's an interesting start to this one. As you'll see, what can the quarterback and center get on the same page?
So Trice, he's making a man in motion. He's going to hand it to him and brought out of bounds. That was Terrence Turman on the carry.
Well, what else is there to say than set the edge? Upper Dublin did an absolutely unbelievable job of doing that here. It's going to be third and more than 10, which is absolutely golden if you're this Upper Dublin team. Start 2 plays in the negative direction if you're Westchester Henderson. We're going to see what this backup quarterback is. It's a must-throw situation. You can't go 3 and out to start, right? Very interesting start. Upper Dublin setting the edge, and then Henderson having a little mistake.
WC Henderson are 3rd and 15 here. They run all sorts of offense. They'll run to the flex bone, the pistol strong. They'll run tight. They'll run 5 wide. Let's see the look they give here. So they're staying in that pistol. You also could see direct snaps to running backs here. It's going to be a play action. It's a wildcat. And brought down is number 22, Dylan Grimm. You saw a wildcat play there.
Very interesting. You don't ever really see a wildcat with a running back taking the direct snap on, third and long. I guess they were just trying to get the yards they can, make this an easier punt, try and set up some field position here. Still a long football game. We are only a minute through.
Bad snap, and we're going to get a flag. Play is called dead. The Westchester Henderson tried to get that play done fast, tried to catch Upper Dublin out of position, and apparently it was a illegal procedure, not the right formation there.
Absolutely not, and that is now the second mental mistake Westchester Henderson has had. Even without an illegal formation, it's still a botched snap. Henderson's lucky to be getting this football back, if we're being totally honest.
Chris Colbrunner to return. He's lined up at the 40-yard line of Upper Dublin. The punt is off. It's going to be bouncing back to the 30, still going, 33-yard line. So that's where Upper Dublin and Colin O'Sullivan will start with the football. This season, O'Sullivan over 1,000 yards passing, 14 touchdowns, 4 interceptions on the ground. Nafis McIntyre with an impressive 628 yards with over 6 yards of carry and 8 touchdowns, including 3 in the second quarter of the game against Council Rock North 2 weeks ago.
Very interesting. Nafis McIntyre has been the story of this Upper Dublin offense. The way he stepped up after Michael Wright went down with injury is absolutely unbelievable. He's a really good running back. Upper Dublin is very lucky to have him.
Well, they're going to give it to their workhorse, McIntyre, right away, and he gets a solid carry.
Just trying to set the tone here, start, talking clock. I mean, obviously, just setting the tone, get the play situated here. Upper Dublin, they're running this offense. They feel like they can control this game. They feel like they're the better football team, and that's how you're going to see them just try and set the tone, run the football a little bit early. Yeah.
Upper Dublin, they're going to have Bartlett offset again. 2 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. Now he's moving across the formation. Low snap. It's a screen to Noah Lee. Bobbles it at first. Makes a man miss. Still falling forward and down at the 46-yard line.
And that's what Upper Dublin missed last week. I know they had a very convincing win. Noah Lee adds a dimension to this Upper Dublin Cardinals offense that they weren't able to have last week. This man is a really good football player. He makes tacklers miss. He understands open space. He understands defenses. He gets route running. Upper Dublin, Noah Lee and Nafis McIntyre both have really stepped up this season. Watch out for number 21 and number 1.
Pistol strong, 2 wide receivers. It's a get to McIntyre, who's going to carve up the defense for a gain of 8 yards.
Well, Brett Stover seems to know where his bread is buttered because he's back to McIntyre. McIntyre and Noah Lee are what this Upper Dublin offense has come to be this season. Colin O'Sullivan is an unbelievable manager of the game. He does not make a lot of mistakes. This is a game, Upper Dublin, they're already across midfield, and they are rolling here to start.
There was a lot of talk about how Upper Dublin would run. They've faced some smaller teams as of late, facing a team close to their size in Westchester Henderson, as it's going to be a first down for Bartlett. What do you think about the size matchup now that it's more of an even playing field for Upper Dublin?
Well, this was something that was kind of evident last week against the Council Rock North Indians. That was a problem last week. They just weren't as big and physical on the lines, and that was really the story last week. We talk about size. This is important. They are of a similar size. You saw Upper Dublin give it to their guy Bartlett. He's a little bit of that more physical power back when compared to McIntyre, so they seem to understand that and want to get him involved as well in this one.
Showing blitz is Westchester. They're going to go with blitz as wrapped up. Nice run defense there by Westchester Henderson.
Yeah, no, they split up the gap there and got right where they needed to be. They showed blitz and then brought blitz. I actually expected him to drop off in coverage, which is, what you would kind of expect in a high school game, try to confuse the quarterback. But no, that was really good. Westchester Henderson got right in there. They shot up the gap, and it's a pretty big here, second down.
When you show pressure and you get pressure, that makes the quarterback make a decision. And a lot of mistakes a lot of the time. If he doesn't, you get a sack usually.
And it means a lot of good things for your defense. It's already saying you can play with that offensive line at the point of attack, something the last few opponents haven't been able to say.
O'Sullivan, quick out route caught by Noah Lee. Blocking downfield is there. Lee gets out at around the 33-yard line, setting up a 3rd and short.
Noah Lee just finds the soft spot in the zone. You'll notice the zone kind of drops off there because it's 2nd down and long, right? And we talk about the importance of 2nd down where he was able to make it a 3rd and short. That is super important. Noah Lee gets to the soft spot of the zone, understands he doesn't need to pick up the 1st down, and then brilliantly just gets to where he needs to be, picks up the yards he can. It's 3rd and 2 instead of 3rd and 10.
3rd and 2 in the T formation. It's a carry, and it's a first down, Upper Dublin.
Well, McIntyre, we already talked about how great of a runner he is. He just gets right behind his boys. He gets exactly where he needs to be. Upper Dublin, this is a run-first offense for sure. Colin O'Sullivan's already found his main man, Noah Lee, a few times. This is an offense that's starting to, get a little bit of tempo here. Eat some time off the clock, which, obviously you're not talking about icing a game away. But if you're able to eat some clock, run a few plays, run the ball, throw the ball short, that spells a lot of good things for your team.
Here we go on first down. It's going to be a run up the middle once again. McIntyre still going, brought down by the back of his jersey. Upper Dublin with a nice run there. We're bringing on Eric Berman here for his first game with Upper Dublin Broadcasting. Eric, what have you seen today with Upper Dublin's run game?
I mean, they're moving the ball really well. Westchester Henderson does not have an answer for their run game, and I say they just keep running it, and we'll see what happens.
Pound the rock indeed. That's what Eric says to do. Let's see if Upper Dublin continues. They're going to line up Nafis McIntyre in the slot. They're going to have 4 wide receivers and Dan Nardo, tight end, split out wide on the outside. In the gun. Showing blitz again. It's going to be a QB power for O'Sullivan. That's a minuscule gain there for Upper Dublin.
And good for Upper Dublin. I know it's not a huge gain, but they're just running the ball. They're showing that they've got a lot of stuff here that Westchester Henderson and maybe future opponents have to be aware of. Obviously just trying to get through today, of course. But they're showing this offense has got a lot of dimensions. They've got Bartlett. They've got McIntyre. They can run it with Colin O'Sullivan. They can throw it out short to Noah Lee. They can do a lot of things here. This is a dangerous, dangerous offense with a quality offensive line.
Ball on the 15-yard line, 2nd and 8 in quarter 1, Upper Dublin's first drive. McIntyre in motion, rolling out to his right. O'Sullivan finds McIntyre, and it's a touchdown, Upper Dublin. Now what happened there, Jake?
I mean, he put a man in motion. I'm talking about Brett Stover. Colin O'Sullivan immediately sees that the coverage doesn't adjust right away. He snaps the ball on time, rolls towards where he wants to be. McIntyre understands he needs to get up the field to get away from the zone defense, and then he takes it in because there's no one on the deep part of the corner of the zone. Really nice play design by Brett Stover. Good find by O'Sullivan. Good understanding. That's a really good opening drive if you're a fan of the Cardinals.
When you get soft spots like that, where you move a guy in motion, you can't keep press coverage on him in his zone defense. So you find that soft part of the zone, and they get the touchdown there. Good blocking downfield as well by Upper Dublin. as the kick is up and good. Upper Dublin 7, Westchester Henderson 0 with 5:48 left in the first.
Well, if we want to talk about how the first two drives have gone, Henderson got the ball first, went 3 and out. Upper Dublin walked down and scored a touchdown with little resistance. Again, it's still early. We're not even halfway through the first quarter. Okay, we are halfway through the first quarter. 5:48 left in this first quarter. If you're a fan of the Cardinals, you're feeling pretty happy about the way you've really controlled this game. Henderson needs to start. They need to pick up a few first downs here. I'm not saying everything's lost, but I really want to talk. That Upper Dublin offense is dangerous, and you've seen it. They got a lot of weapons, and it's obvious.
The game's still very early. Westchester Henderson still right in it, down 7-0. They're going to have 2 men deep to return. Upper Dublin, no real wind tonight, so although it's cold, not really going to see the ball falling off the tee like we did at Council Rock North a few times there.
No, we saw it a few times in that one. And again, I do want to say right when we have this kickoff, thank you from everyone at the Wissahickon High School and the athletic department for the the rules regarding
the
every
kick
game has to be
is
played on a Friday night.
Off. It's brought in again at around the 25. Trying to find some space. East-west running. Not really going to work out there. Brought down at the 26.
And again, as I was saying, everyone at the Wissahickon High School, the athletic department, thank you for letting us come here, comply, right across the street from our high school in our rival's place. This is absolutely, thank you so much to everyone at Wissahickon who's making this possible. And, we have a great showing tonight of Upper Dublin Cardinal fan and Wissahickon fans. This is a very, very great opportunity. Good for Wissahickon. Thank you so much. And thank you to the Upper Dublin fans who made the extra 10-minute drive out here.
Trice going to wind up in the pistol. 1 running back behind him. 4 wide receivers out wide. Man in motion. Thurman, it's going to be a run up the middle. And a solid gain there of around 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
So Henderson hasn't put the ball in the air yet. It's clear their identity is to run the ball, and really to run the ball up the middle, which is how we've kind of seen them. They've tried to get it outside, but this is a run-first offense. They're now down. Can they still run the ball? What I appreciate here is the commitment to the run game. They don't panic. They don't start throwing the ball all over the yard. They're still doing their game plan. We're going to see if they can score here and prove that their game plan is what's gotten them to the playoffs.
Trice in the single back. Running back lined up at a fullback type position. They're going to give it to him right up the gut. And Upper Dublin's Kyrie Butler going to stand him up. The nose tackle making the big play in the run game.
And the offensive line just got completely manhandled by the front 7 of Upper Dublin. That is an unbelievable play. That offensive line had no answers. Upper Dublin nicely brought a little bit of a pinch, and the nose tackle breaks free, and the defensive end was able to break free because of the pinch that was created. That's a really big play, loss of yards here. 3rd down and 7. We're going to see if Henderson puts the ball in the air for the first time tonight.
Kyrie Butler there with the play, as we're going to see in a offset formation. I don't even really know what to call it. It's going to be a play action read option. Is it a first? I think it's a little short, as there's a flag on the play.
So Upper Dublin's got like 10 guys in the box. They really do not have a deep safety in this formation. They've clearly done their scouting. They clearly know Henderson's run first. It's what we've seen really from the first drive, and Upper Dublin has been in this kind of a formation. We're going to get the call. Upper Dublin is immediately playing to the run. They're going to make you throw this football, I think, if you're WC Henderson.
The flag is back at around the 40-yard line. Off frame here for us. When it's that far back, usually it's something on the defense.
Usually.
Getting the call, and yes, it is on Upper Dublin. Move the 6 forward. It's a first down.
Yeah, I mean, Upper Dublin was able to get a stop there, and that's disappointing. You never want to see a drive extended on a penalty when you're the defense. It's a little bit of a sideline penalty. There were a couple players on the field, I believe. They had a couple men who were unintentionally the 12th or 13th men on the field. So that is that's just not a way you want to have a drive continue if you're Upper Dublin.
Here we are again in the Wildcat, I believe. Again, we could see a direct snap. Yes, it is a Wildcat. It's going to be run to number 14, Cole Foster.
Yeah, and Henderson is showing their hand. They are a run-first team. We haven't seen them throw it yet. We're going to see what kind of they have here. About 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter, 7-0. Henderson still has not thrown a pass. They're running the ball, and they're doing it relatively effectively. They are across midfield. CJ, what are your thoughts on Henderson's running game?
It's been very successful, and with Eddie Smink, they were a pretty throw happy team. They liked throwing it. They liked airing it out with Smink. You're seeing a completely different approach here with Tryson at quarterback. It's going to be another Wildcat read as Cerisier brings down the running back there, Dylan Grimm.
And that's certainly a nice little run there. This team is showing they've got a lot of speed. They can get to the outside. They can do a lot of these things that are important in the run game. Upper Dublin's defense here, you can see them with their hands on their hips. They're upset they didn't get off the field before, and as they should be. And we're going to see how Upper Dublin is able to respond here on this 3rd down and 2. Can they get a big stop here to get off the field?
3rd down and 2 yards to go. We're going to see the Wildcat again. Grimm in at quarterback. Man in motion. They're going to give it to him as Nick Rodriguez, the tackle leader for Upper Dublin, blows the play up, moving it to 4th down.
So what you see here is a separation of the triple option. Instead of the quarterback having the triple option, it's actually the running back who has the 3rd option. Why is this important? The running back's natural tendency is to not give the ball up, and he doesn't. Upper Dublin is there. 2 tacklers are there to make a secure tackle for no gain, and now it's the 4th down, and it looks like Henderson's going for it.
Early play here, but a big play with 2:18 in the first quarter. 4th down and 5 on Upper Dublin's side of the field. So an acceptable play call here. Nothing too out of the ordinary, especially in high school. Grimm at quarterback, man in motion. He takes the snap. He's actually going to throw it. Pressure's coming. It's Hackett. He dumps it off to the tight end, number 86, and I believe he is short.
Well, first time Henderson puts the ball in the air, and it was a little bit of a weird bootleg. Felt like a bit of a naked bootleg here. Gets the ball out. He does not pick up the 1st down. I mean, if you're the tight end, you got to run to the 1st down because it's 4th down. You got to make sure you're at least at that 1st down marker there. So a little bit of an interesting play call. It's a nice catch. He's just not where he needs to be on the football field.
Upper Dublin back on offense now, up 7-0 with 1:57 left in the first quarter. O'Sullivan in at quarterback, in the gun. Bartlett moving across the formation again. We've seen this look a lot. It's a pass. Going for deep, wide open. Pensabine has it, and he's gone. Upper Dublin with the 60-yard shot play there.
Well, Colin O'Sullivan is genius on this play. Noah Lee was open in the flats. Noah Lee's open. He's there. Colin O'Sullivan knows the safety is going to bite. He fakes it. The safety totally bites. He's lost. And Griffin Penseby, Colin O'Sullivan understands that they've been running that ball deep. It's a nice little setup. Penseby breaks free. The safety bites on the little route to Noah Lee. And Penseby is gone. What detail-oriented football with the little fake by Colin O'Sullivan and then Penseby breaking free.
The kick is up, and it is good. So 14-0 as what was less than 20 seconds ago a W.C. Henderson drive is now a Upper Dublin touchdown, up by 2 scores, 14-0 here in the first.
Yeah, and Upper Dublin, they've showed out, let's be honest. They ran the ball on their first drive, short passing, and then on their second drive, a one-play 60-yard bomb. This offense is showing you how capable they really are. This is a good football team, and the defense they've bent a little bit, but they have not broken yet, not even for a single point in this one.
Upper Dublin to kick off here. Carl to kick off, and I mean, we want to see this game be competitive, so W.C. Henderson here, they really need to have a big drive here, down 14-0 in the first quarter.
Yeah, because their defense has no answers for Upper Dublin's offense already. This is a dangerous offense. You kind of heard me talk about, McIntyre, Noah Lee. No, Colin O'Sullivan is smart with the football. This is a real offense. The defense, if they can bend and not break like they have today, they're going to win this football game.
W.C. Henderson, too, with this run-first approach, only one pass. When the game gets out of hand, you kind of lose that element of running where you're just losing time, really, more than anything. As it's a nice return here by W.C. Henderson and brought down at around the 42-yard line.
So this is interesting about Upper Dublin special teams. Upper Dublin special team unit had a great game 2 weeks ago against Council Rock North. If you remember, they got a couple of fumble muffs on kickoffs. They had a great game. Here, the special teams has been not as good, but if their defense is going to be able to do what they did against Council Rock North 2 weeks ago, that's what's going to really matter.
In the Wildcat again, it's going to be a run now to number 1, Killeran, who gets a solid gain of 9 there. That's a good start for WC Henderson.
Again, unwavering. They're not afraid to keep running the football. It's a first quarter flag. Might have been a little extracurricular there.
Looks like it might have been on Upper Dublin, waiting to see the call here by the refs. Killeran looked happy on the WC Henderson side when the flag was thrown.
A little extracurricular. We'll see what it is.
Awaiting the call by the referee.
Personal foul against the Cardinals.
And it's on the Cardinals. So another big penalty, 15-yard penalty again for the Cardinal defense. And although they're up 14, you keep giving free yards like this. 30 yards given just by 2 penalties in the last 2 drives by Upper Dublin.
And they haven't even been football penalties. They're not even DPI. There was a sideline penalty of sorts with players illegally on the field, and now this extracurricular unsportsmanlike conduct. Upper Dublin can't give up those kinds of penalties if they want to win a football game, period. I mean, you can't do that.
Nice zone read there by Grimm. He's able to get the bite there by Hackett, who almost made an incredibly athletic play. But a solid gain there of 5 yards, as still in the first quarter, moving it well now is WC Henderson within the 30-yard line of Upper Dublin.
They're not afraid to keep running the ball. They haven't put it in the air. They put it in the air once today. They run the ball. They do it pretty well. They do. And, you know, if they can score on this drive, they're not out of this game. They're very much in it, which what would be a 1-score game at that point in what's still the first quarter.
Now it's a run again, and that play is blown up by Upper Dublin, bringing a 3rd and medium. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens here, because we've seen one throw by WC Henderson. It was on 4th down. And on these 3rd and medium plays, are you confident enough to throw it, or do you stick with your guns and run it? What are you doing here, Zach?
Zach Coleman on camera today.
Probably going to run the ball here. It seems to be their bread and butter so far, and they've had some very productive plays doing it.
So the call from Zach. What do you think, Jake? Run it or throw it here on 3rd down? You still have 4th down if you don't get it.
I think we're going to find out after the quarter break. Very interesting start. Upper Dublin up 14-0 here in the first game of the playoffs. We'll be back after this.
Back in the second quarter now. WC Henderson, will they run or will they throw here on 3rd and 5 at the Upper Dublin 29-yard line? In the Wildcat formation, it's Grimm. They're going to run it. He's brought down before the marker. We're probably going to see him go for it.
Another little read option there of sorts on the keeper. This is what they do. They're a college-style read option kind of football team. They're able to do this kind of thing. It gains them yards. Sometimes here on 3rd and 5, it's not enough to pick up the first down, though.
4th down and short. 4th and 3 to go. So I shouldn't say 4th and short. Another 4th down play in Upper Dublin territory. Henderson didn't get the last one. Will they get this one, as we're going to get a timeout charge to WC Henderson? Jake, what do you think about this play here?
Well, they've already been in a 4th and short, and they didn't get it. And that was a kind of pass-playing naked bootleg. It's the only time they've thrown the ball today. I think they should go back to the outside runs that have given them the most success today. I think that's exactly how they should approach this. They have to go for it. I think it's a little long for a field goal, and a field goal doesn't get you much here. WC Henderson here. Get back to the outside run where you've gained the most yards, and that's how you're going to start doing good here.
So now on call during timeouts, it is Eric Berman. Eric, what have you seen with this game and this drive specifically for WC Henderson?
I mean, I think they're trying to just get back in this game. Everything they got, this is like their one drive to get them back in the game. And they're doing well. They're punching the gut through, and I hope Upper Dublin can get this stop here.
4th down and 3. Punching the gut through, as Eric says. In the Wildcat formation, Dylan Grimm at quarterback. In the pistol, fans getting ruckus. Another big play early in the game. Grimm gonna move out. So now Killerin, he's gonna run it. Hackett, he gets him. Riley Hackett with the TFL on 4th down.
The athleticism on this Upper Dublin defense is astounding. The offense is the strength of the team, no doubt. Their defense bends sometimes, but their pure athleticism is really what wins the day in a lot of these 3rd and 4th downs. Another one where they just blow the play up athletically, and there's nothing to do if you're WC Henderson.
Upper Dublin going to get the ball again now. 11-16 in the second quarter. Upper Dublin up 14-0. Ball on their own 32-yard line. Last time on offense, Upper Dublin went one play, 60 yards on a bomb to Griffin Pensabine. Linebackers blitzing again. It's a run to Michael Wright, who breaks through the hole and gets a solid carry.
That was Bartlett, by the way, but yeah, really nice runner. He's a physical guy. Gets up to the outside where the tacklers are a little smaller and gets some extra yardage.
2nd down and 5 now. Trips wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. One of them, Nafis McIntyre, who they like to run in that slot. Bartlett blocking. Looking for a man, it's McIntyre. Another nice play there by UD. Ball down to the 35 of WC Henderson.
What a find by Colin O'Sullivan. He's getting pressured in his face. He's unwavered. He gets to the open part of the field. He finds the hot receiver who's broken away. That's Nafis McIntyre. And he finds him really nicely, puts the ball right on him for a big pickup.
Brett Callahan lined up at wide receiver on the bottom of your screen. O'Sullivan, it's a pass. He's looking deep. Noah Lee, incomplete.
Just a touch overthrown there by O'Sullivan. He's going to be beating himself up on that one. If it's in there, it's probably a touchdown, but certainly upsetting if you're Colin O'Sullivan. He's played a really nice game, though. Can't be too upset.
You're not going to hit every deep shot.
No. That's one he wishes he had back, though, let me tell you.
So it's 2nd and 10. So a win there for WC Henderson. Maybe something to build off a little bit there as they stop the UD offense on that play. Thank you to everyone viewing today's game. If you want to get notified every time we upload, please hit that subscribe button. Turn on the post notifications bell right next to it. And give a like on this video. It helps our video get forwarded to more people interested in Pennsylvania high school football and the Upper Dublin community. As O'Sullivan gets stopped there on the keeper, so it's going to be a 3rd and long.
Well, that was an important 2nd down. You hear me talk a lot about the importance of that 2nd down. And it was not a great snap, and, there's not a lot of pickup there. Very interesting here. It's 3rd and 11. This is a big play. Upper Dublin, let's see if they can really just convert. If they convert this 3rd down, it's demoralizing for the Warriors because at that point, Upper Dublin is just doing whatever they want.
Upper Dublin going to come out on 3rd down. More than likely a pass. Jake Kornbluth in at running back. He's a very good blocker from that running back position. It is a pass. Rolling out to his left, O'Sullivan. Throwing it and incomplete. WC Henderson now probably going to get the ball back on 4th down with it being 4th and 11.
Good for WC Henderson, though. They got off the field there. That was real good work there. They did what they had to do. They covered every receiver. They got a pressure on the quarterback, and they got the ball out. Very nice job there. Very good defense. The Warriors are showing they're not going to give up everything. They're still very much on, at some point, a level playing field. And it looks like we're going to have Upper Dublin going for it here on 4th and 11, up 14. CJ?
They're trying to get the dagger in the game, it looks like. And they're thinking it's too close to punt. We haven't given up any points. why not go for it, right? You're up 14. O'Sullivan passing, pressure, running away, and finally brought down with a sack. So WC Henderson going to get the ball around midfield.
I'm not sure I fully understand that call. I get the want to be aggressive in the awkward part of the field, but it's 11 yards, right? That's a long way to go. They could have definitely punted, played the field position game, and been A-OK. Very interesting call by Brett Stover, who usually doesn't have a lot of those moments.
So now WC Henderson's, we'll say, exotic offense going to get the ball again, running that classic speed option, Denard Robinson, Michigan-style offense back in 2012, 2013.
Right on the cover of NCAA 14, a lot of people's favorite football game. That's a good one.
So quarterback is Grimm. Man in motion. He's going to give it to him. Little sweep here. It's going to be a solid gain there for WC Henderson on first down.
Yeah, it's a pretty good run there. He's able to get that nice run here. It's over 5 yards, which is certainly a good play. They're going to call it 7. 2nd and 3 here is exactly where you want to be if you're WC Henderson. And they're starting to take advantage of the field position that was gifted to them already across midfield. I don't understand the play call at all. It feels like it gave WC Henderson some just some unnecessary momentum for this drive.
Well, no need to dwell on the past. Let's look at the present and the future. As another interesting formation, it's going to be a read option. As brought down for a short gain is the WC Henderson wide receiver playing quarterback Dylan Grimm.
Got absolutely crushed there by Upper Dublin secondary. They are athletic, folks. Do not let yourself think about it for a minute. They're fast, and on second down, they make it third down, which is what you really want to do, and they don't give up a yard doing it. That's what you exactly want to do on second down. 3rd and 3. We're going to see if WC Henderson doesn't pick this up. They're going to go for it again on 4th down after already being 0 for 2 at this point. They're going to punt away, or are they going to pick it up right here? Very interesting stuff.
So in at quarterback is Trice here. So might see a pass by WC Henderson. Upper Dublin showing blitz with their linebackers. They're going to bring it. Quick pass, intercepted DJ Cerisier. He's going to go all the way. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Cardinals, DJ Cerisier.
Oh, and that ball. That throw. Just a little too far. Let him. You got to lead him away from the linebacker. You can't lead him into the corner who's coming down from the top. Cerisier reads the play beautifully, gets behind the receiver, which is actually where you want to be when the ball is being led by that, gets a huge pick, and turns on the Jets. Upper Dublin, that's the dagger we're looking for on 4th and 11. No, TJ?
Yeah, that's it. That's definitely a dagger as a big pick six, and once Cerisier got the ball, he was gone.
Oh, absolutely.
He turned it up a notch there, turned it up another setting there with the battery, turned up the volume as it is good on the kick. 21-0 now in the first half. Upper Dublin up. So Upper Dublin going to kick off again, up 21-0. Also with us in the broadcast team is Braxton Gans. Braxton, what do you think so far, especially on that last play by DJ Cerisier?
Penn State obviously has a lot of Upper Dublin obviously has a lot of confidence here. My mistake. They just need to keep going with it, and I don't think Henderson has a chance.
Okay, Penn State. You know, everyone makes mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely. No one bats 1,000, as we like to say up here in the booth.
I mean, I'm more of a Temple guy myself. Sorry, we're having a fun time here up in the booth, just talking about Penn State.
I'll let you take whatever you want away from Penn State football as a discussion.
Okay, we got to get serious now. So, Owen Carl to kick off now. It's 21-0. The Upper Dublin Cardinals, not Penn State, leads the WC Henderson Warriors.
Oh,
Carl
Braxton Gans.
set up.
Great guy gets
running to it. Here we go. The kick, and this is a good one. Down to around the 10-yard line. Brought in Running with it is W.C. Henderson, and a solid return down to 30.
So W.C. Henderson, let's see if they show a little fortitude here. Down 20 points here in what's the first half still. Show a little bit of fortitude, get some points on the board here with about 8 minutes to go here in the first half. Can they score before halftime? It's going to tell you a lot about the rest of this game, the complexion, how this one's going to finish out.
You're essentially running the 4-minute offense here. You're trying to get not one, but probably 2 drives here, especially because Upper Dublin starts with the ball in the second half after deferring the kickoff.
Absolutely. You know, you need a touchdown on this drive for sure, but you also probably need a few more points before halftime because Upper Dublin's offense has shown absolutely no signs of stopping except for that questionable 4th down call. But, yeah, there's a lot still to do here for W.C. Henderson. A lot of work to be done. Let's see the fortitude, and can they stage one of those incredible comebacks with a backup like Frank Reich with the Buffalo Bills?
Grimm going to hand it off now. It's a run getting to the outside. There's a hole, but a big tackle there by DJ Cerisier.
And Cerisier's all over the field right now, my man. He is just absolutely crushing it. He is everywhere the football is. That is a real instinct-driven player. He just knows where the ball is. Really good game Cerisier is putting together here.
2nd down and 1. Another nice gain by Westchester Henderson. And the score doesn't really show how they've done on offense. They've actually done very well at moving the football today.
It's really been those 4th downs that they haven't converted.
They've been 0 for 2 on 4th down, and that pick 6 has really put a damper on what's actually been a pretty solid offensive attack.
Absolutely. Their offensive attack, the way they run it. Okay, so what was 2nd and 1 is now 1st and 10. Well, no, it's been an interesting offensive attack. It's worked. It just doesn't show up on the scoreboard because they're 0 for 2 on 4th down with a pick. So, you know, that's really what's going to win the day here if you're looking at the box score.
We're going to get a stop here in the action. The clock was not moving. They had to fix the clock, so no penalty there. Just a little timekeeper malfunction. But here we go now on 1st and 10. W.C. Henderson, they've had Dylan Grimm take most of the snaps, that quarterback, traditionally lined up at wide receiver, and although he's thrown the pick 6, he really hasn't done bad.
No, he hasn't.
He's moved the ball.
It's been a lot of those read options, a lot of those runs up the middle that they really want to find with him. And we'll see what Trike can do when he's in at quarterback, too. It's an interesting offense, but it has to some degree worked today.
Now it's going to be a run for Grimm again. He's brought down, and accidentally said that he was the one that threw the pick. It was Trice,
right,
which actually makes his case even better, really.
Yeah.
Gain of 2 on the play. 2nd and 8. Warriors at their own 44-yard line.
2nd and 8 on the 44-yard line for Westchester Henderson. 6:30 left in the first half. They're trying to mount a drive here. Grimm at quarterback. No wide receivers, all of them in tight. Turman, he's running. It's going to be a run for the quarterback. Cerisier going to bring him down, bringing up a 3rd and short in Upper Dublin territory.
Yet again, Cerisier with another tackle. He's everywhere the football is today, guys. He's a really good player. That was a big 2nd down there if you're talking about it from W.C. Henderson's perspective to pick up the yards that they picked up. But to stop him from getting a 1st down, really big here. Make it 2nd down, 3rd down, my fault. 3rd down and 2 here. Big play. We'll see if they're able to get stopped, if Upper Dublin's able to maybe get another pick. What's going to go down here?
3rd down and 2. Grimm in at quarterback. Defensive chance, fill the stands. Killerin in motion. It's going to be a carry. Upper Dublin with the stop, so another 4th and short.
A lot of athleticism here on this Upper Dublin defense, as we've kind of talked about a lot today. The defensive line is able to just blow it up. This would be another 4th down, and now it seems W.C. Henderson's going to bring out the punting unit instead of going it for it, as they have the last 2 downs unsuccessfully.
Fourth down and 2 to go. W.C. Henderson 0 for 2 on 4th downs today.
Number 4 turns Turman back to punt.
And yeah, they are going to punt here. Number 4, Terrence Tarvin to punt. He also plays running back for this W.C. Henderson team. Let's see if it's a fake. It is a fake. They're going to get it. And yes, 1st down, W.C. Henderson. tackle made by the returner, Chris Colbrenner.
Well, I don't think we were expecting the first successful first down of the game for WC Henderson
On
to come on
fourth.
a fake punt.
Whatever floats your boat, right?
I mean, maybe this is what's going to be. Maybe they could fake punt every play. See how that one goes.
Well, what matters is they kept the ball moving here, down by 3 scores in the first half with 5:15 left in the second quarter. WC Henderson offense going to come back out there. Dylan Grimm giving his team the play call. Upper Dublin getting it from the signs on the sideline. It's always fun to look at the Upper Dublin sideline, see the signs they hold up, changing every game with what they show.
Of course, you got to change it every game. You don't want the Stein stealing scandal like those Astros.
Turman, he's going to get the carry after getting the fake punt. He's going to keep trying to go. Will they give him forward progress there?
I'm not exactly so sure, but it was a really good job by Upper Dublin to be able to set the edge there. They're going to call it right at the line of scrimmage. Really good work by the Upper Dublin defense. They set the edge, and they get a nice job there.
Second down and 10 now for Westchester Henderson. 4:28 left in the first half. We've hit 70 viewers on today's game, our most watched game of the year. Thank you all for tuning in to tonight's PIAA playoff game. Grimm at quarterback. He's going to get the snap. It's a pass. Bullets it in there, and they're going to call it incomplete, bringing up a 3rd and long.
No, he gets the ball in there. It's just not a very successful catch there by WC Henderson, and that's a big play on second down. We talk about the importance of second down, and there it could have been 3rd and 4-ish. Right there, it's 3rd and 10.
Third down and 10. Getting the play call is WC Henderson. Grimm looking towards the sideline, waiting to see what gets called. It's going to be interesting to see what they do here because, again, you're a running team. You've been running it all game, and there's a flag. What are they calling? I believe it's a delay of game by WC, or illegal substitution. Okay.
Westchester Henderson. That's a 5-yard penalty. That'll make it 3rd and 15 for the Warriors.
So now 3rd and 15. Warriors going to have a tough play here on 3rd down. Ball moving in the wrong direction for them. But hey, if you're an Upper Dublin fan, ball's moving in the right direction after that call.
Absolutely, after that call, they've gotten a few calls here today, and they're doing a good job here, Upper Dublin. They're athletic on defense, and they're getting the stops that they need at this point right now.
We're getting the refs stepping in here, waiting to see what they're calling. Looks like there's some confusion on the field. Umpire gonna have a little talk.
Sort this one out.
Yeah. I believe they're saying the ball might be placed in the wrong position. It does
after
look
the
a little
penalty-
far back.
After the penalty, it was 2nd and 10, and then it should have been 3rd and 10, and then there was the penalty to make it 3rd and 15. So the ball should be placed in the right position. That looks like it's where it belongs in relation to the chains.
Okay, here we go. Play called. Players in position, ready to go. WC Henderson with the football. Grimm moving out wide. So it's going to go to Killerin. Killerin running quickly and brought down for a loss, making it 4th and a country mile. And they're probably going to have to punt.
Wow, that's just speed right there. Right, they see right away, they diagnose that it's a keeper, and they get to where they want to go. They get to where those blockers are. They completely blow it up. Upper Dublin is feeling how this Westchester Henderson offense is moving. Interesting saying Westchester there from Henderson. I'm not sure where the Westchester comes from, but here comes the punt.
Watch out.
You never know.
Last punt was a fake. Let's see if they draw it up again. No, this
Flags.
one is a punt by Turman. Flag. They are not going to call the play dead. Colbrenner not going to get much on the return. That's a face mask, though, on the return. Brought down by his face mask, so definitely going to be a 15-yard penalty. It looked like it was not inadvertent. Could be 5 yards.
Lot to sort out here. There was the penalty when the ball was snapped, and then there was the face mask at the end of it.
So, again, refs have to stay busy tonight.
Absolutely.
Flag or no flag. Waiting for the call here. So it's a false start.
Against Westchester Henderson and a personal foul face mask against Westchester Henderson.
So they called it a illegal procedure while giving the false start motion. So a little bit of confusion there. Looks like on all facets.
So now we're going to get into the whole declining conversation.
Upper Dublin probably going to decline the illegal
Why?
procedure.
Because they got the ball back.
It just depends on if it's a 15-yard or a 5-yard penalty with the face mask.
So, okay, so Cole Brenner seems to be happy. The offense is on the
illegal
field
procedure
for...
penalty is declined.
Yeah, that's exactly what we
Accepts
figured.
the personal foul face masking, which would be 15 yards from the spot of the foul. So the Cardinals will start 1st and 10 from their own 4-yard line.
First down for the Cardinals with 3:12 left in the first half, up 21-0. O'Sullivan looks like he's adjusting the play at the line. It's a pass. Pressure gets there, but he's going to hit the man on the out route. That's Cole Brenner. It's going to be a first down, Upper Dublin.
And he fought through first contact there for sure. That should have been about 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4, fights through and gets a big first down. Chris Colbrenner. Also, we haven't really talked about him much today from an offensive perspective. He's been a big part of their offensive abilities as well. Hurry up for Upper Dublin. And now flags fly yet again.
Looks like it might have been an encroachment there by the defense, waiting to get the call. Yes, it is encroachment on the Westchester Henderson Warriors.
1st and 5. And then that is the mistake that Henderson simply can't make with the way they've kind of played in this one. And, we'll see here. Upper Dublin, they're starting to hurry it up. They're catching this Henderson team by surprise. And they're doing a lot of good stuff here in this one.
Down to a snail's pace here near the end of the second quarter. Just stop after stop after stop.
No, we've really slowed down here.
2:50 left in second quarter. Upper Dublin, they're probably going to try to punch it in, make it a 4-touchdown game. No reason not
Maybe get
to.
a field goal before half, get some points on the board.
It's going to be another pass. O'Sullivan working well through the air, and that's another first down. It's Griffin Pensabine, and they're just working it through the air and the ground right now, but the air attack has been really good in the intermediate passes.
Absolutely. Upper Dublin, they've been a balanced offense for sure. They're a really good football team on the offensive side of the ball. There's no doubt about it. Really good work here right at the midfield stripe for Upper Dublin, and they're going to keep up this one here. Maybe get some points here before the break.
Man in motion, it's Colbrenner rolling out to that side. Is O'Sullivan cutting back, looking again. Might need to just get rid of it. He's going to throw it. Incomplete.
Certainly close.
Great camera work there by Zach Holman.
I'm not going to comment on that, CJ. But no, yeah, Chris Colbrenner there. He gets open, finds the little spot in the defense. The ball just comes a hair late, which you can't really blame O'Sullivan for that one. That's a hard window to fit it into.
2nd down and 10. 4 wide receivers. Trips down to the bottom of your screen. 1 running back. Changing up the play again. Talking to Noah Lee. O'Sullivan and Lee have been very good together this year. He's going to try to hit Lee. Nice clean play there by the cornerback.
Yeah, absolutely. Gets in there and impacts the play. Comes in and marginally changes the game there. Very important there. Stop that Upper Dublin offense. Calling his tracks, 2 incompletions, and they got a 3rd and 10 in their face.
3rd down and 10 yards to go here on around the midfield. 50-yard line. Upper Dublin, they've gone completely through the air on this drive, and I do not expect them to stop on 3rd and 10. O'Sullivan pushing outside is actually going to be, we're going to get a stoppage here. Looked like confusion on Upper Dublin. They're going to take a timeout. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds. We're back now. 3rd down and 10. Upper Dublin sorting out whatever it was they had with the miscommunication. Colbrenner moving cross formation again. Rolling out. Pass going to be brought in. Brett Callahan, 1st down, Upper Dublin.
And Brett Callahan knows exactly where that 1st down is. He runs his route right to it and falls right forward over it. That's really good work there by Brett Callahan, getting exactly where he needs to be to keep this drive moving.
1st down and 10 to go now. Upper Dublin in the hurry up. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left in the first half. Ball on the 40-yard line of Westchester Henderson. It's going to be another pass. It's going to be an out route. Noah Lee, he's going to get knocked out of bounds and goes over the bench of Upper Dublin.
Very interesting stuff there. This game certainly is physical here in the playoffs. Going over the bench here, and it is the playoffs. This is really the start of what I would call important football, right? November in the NFL and college football, and here high school playoffs. Getting cold out here, but this is what we love here on a Friday night. Some good high school football here in Pennsylvania.
Friday night under the lights. No one in the backfield. We're going to see 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end lined up to the left side. That's Dan Nardo. He's going to block. It's going to go to Callahan, and I believe it's incomplete.
Yeah, just needs to get that ball out a little more in front of him. It's a good find. He is open. 3rd down and 6, though. That was an important 2nd down. It's going to be 3rd and a little bit of distance here on 3rd and 6.
3rd down and 6 to go. 1:51 left in the first half. I'd assume Upper Dublin would go for it if they do not get it. Noli moving cross the formation. Rolling out that way, going to be O'Sullivan. He's going to pass it and find Pensabine. Pensabine going to be brought down at around the 24, 23-yard line. 1st down, Upper Dublin.
Yeah, that was a really nice play there. Upper Dublin keeps the drive moving here. Pensby gets to where he needs to be, and O'Sullivan is just finding the hot receiver here today, CJ. Wouldn't you agree?
They've been just moving it through the air, sharing the wealth, giving it to everybody. O'Sullivan, no one in the backfield. Pass again. It's going to be a quick slant. Noah Lee, who's going to take it? Yak, yards after the catch into the end zone.
And that's why Noah Lee is the main man, folks. He could turn those kind of plays into touchdowns, and an absolutely huge one here for this Upper Dublin team as they extend the lead big here late in the first half, and it's starting to feel like Upper Dublin is really trying to pour it on in this one.
So Upper Dublin making it a 4-touchdown game now as to kick the extra point. The always automatic, Owen Carl.
3 for 3 today. It wasn't automatic 2 weeks ago.
Don't talk about that. Carl kick is up. Kick is through with a lot of yards to spare. So Upper Dublin up 28-0. 1:23 left in the first half.
We're going to bring in Eric Berman at this time for his thoughts on how this first half has went. Eric, what are you thinking about how Upper Dublin and Henderson have played?
They played really well. Upper Dublin clearly the better team here, and let's keep pushing the ball in. $123 left in the first half of this one to kick off. Owen Carl. He's going to line it up at the 40. Of course, high school and college rules kickoffs at the 40, not the 35 like the NFL.
Carl to kick off.
Carl to kick.
Hensworth and Prawn back for the Warriors.
Prawn and Hensworth back to receive. Carl lines up, takes his walk, now his run, kick is off. It's going to be taken at around the 15-yard line.
Ooh.
It's going to be still going. I think Colburn tried to rip the ball out there.
Some good contact there by Upper Dublin. Yeah, I have to agree with that one. We're going to see. Do you think WC Henderson scores before the break here, CJ? Still a minute 17 to go. They have a few timeouts.
They have 2 timeouts, but when you have, 4 passing yards and 1 pick six, so actually you have negative passing yards.
That's true.
You might just want to run your offense and reevaluate at half and see what you want to do there.
And there's certainly a lot to reevaluate if you're this WC Henderson team. A lot to talk about of how this first half has gone.
So Grimm in at quarterback. It is going to be a carry now to number 14, Cole Foster. Small gain there. As, yeah, they might just be taking this one into halftime.
Seems like that's the route we're going. Clock moving. Neither side taking timeouts.
Clock moving here down to under 1 minute in the first half. 28-0. Upper Dublin is up against the WC Henderson Warriors. Grimm in the gun again. Fans starting to file out for the snack bar. It's going to be a keeper for Grimm. He's brought down by Tristan Cairns.
Gain of 2 on the play.
And we are well on our way to halftime here in this one.
For Westchester Henderson.
25 seconds left in the first half. Westchester Henderson just running it into the half. Down to now under 20 seconds. They don't need to run another snap. It looks like they're not going to run another snap. So, it is Upper Dublin 28. Westchester Henderson, nothing after one half of football here at Wissahickon, the temporary home of Upper Dublin. I'm CJ Ambrose with Jake Levine. Go to the bathroom, grab your popcorn. We'll be back in 12 minutes.
Cardinals will be number 21.
And here we are in the second half. Upper Dublin 28, Westchester Henderson 0. Upper Dublin has done very well through the air and on the ground, getting rushing touchdowns, passing touchdowns, and a pick six on the game. WC Henderson looking for anything they can to try to get back into it, as it is an onside kick that Upper Dublin receives.
Well, that's a start. If you want to talk about a spark, they can get themselves going. Again, Jake Levine with CJ Ambrose here. That's a spark they go for. They're not going to get it here. Upper Dublin sets up in great field position, and it is Colin O'Sullivan and the high-powered Upper Dublin Cardinals offense. And this is going to be very interesting. Can WC Henderson finally show an answer? Maybe get a big stop here, get this ball back to their offense.
Cardinals still going to have the first team in here, up by 4 scores in the third quarter. It's going to be a run to Bartlett. Expect to see a lot of Bartlett and a lot of McIntyre carrying the football here as they're trying to wind down this clock.
Especially here, 37 degrees here is the current game temperature, and it's frigid out. You can see it on the players. Everyone's got sleeves on for sure. Absolutely cold, and this is where running game really does become paramount, and Nafis McIntyre and Bartlett really good at that.
As you say that, it's going to be a very nice carry for Bartlett. Still going, finally brought down after a solid 12, 13-yard carry there. As also, we're up here in the booth outside. It is cold.
Absolutely.
First down, Upper Dublin.
I mean, we talked about how it's costume day here. That's the theme for all the people who are in the stands today. You're going to see a lot of onesies if you look around the stands. People are cold and they know it.
So Upper Dublin offense marching down the field to start. Got a good field position to start with anyway, as it's going to be a pass to Colbrunner. Chris Colbrunner going to get a solid run after the catch on the screen.
Yeah, and they're throwing the ball. They're getting what they want. Chris Colbrunner is really starting to show that physical football side that he has to him. We're about 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter, and Upper Dublin is in control of this one, up by 4 touchdowns.
Another first down for Upper Dublin, marching down the field. In the gun again, 4 wide. Man in motion is going to be Colbrunner. It's going to be a carry to McIntyre. He's going to take it down to around the 20-yard line.
Yeah, they're just running the ball. They're starting to eat a little bit of clock here. This is exactly what you want to see if you're a Cardinal fan. Run the ball. There's no need to quickly snap this ball. I'm not sure I understand the running up to the line. Snap it. That's rather interesting. There's no rush in this situation if you're Upper Dublin.
O'Sullivan barking out the play call, making sure everyone's set. He's going to pass it. It's a quick little pass to McIntyre. Oh, my! He just dropped a defender with a cut there. That's going to go on the highlight reel. That's going on Huddle. Breaking a man's ankles there.
And it is first and goal, and Nafis McIntyre in this Cardinal offense seems to be taking advantage of the short field, no?
So Upper Dublin, ball on the 4-yard line, first down, making it look easy right now. It's going to be another pass. O'Sullivan, quick little zig route. Noah Lee, touchdown. So it's a 5-touchdown game, which means we're going to make a little adjustment here at the booth.
Well, first of all, let's talk about Noah Lee. He finds a nice route there, gets to the pylon, gets a big touchdown. That's Colin O'Sullivan's favorite target there. Really nice work there.
And for the extra point, it is going to be Owen Carl. After this, we'll make the change. Noah Lee, the man who just caught the touchdown, going to hold. Nick Rodriguez going to snap. Kick is up. It's good. So I'd like to thank you all for watching this game. Thank you for giving me the pleasure of commentating, but taking over play-by-play is our color guy, Jake Levine, and making his official commentary debut for Upper Dublin. Standing at a great 5'4", weighing in at around 100-something pounds, it is Eric Berman.
Thank you, Eric, and we bring you here on the air in what's pretty much a blowout here in the playoffs. What have you seen today out of both sides?
You know, great quarterback play and running back play from Upper Dublin, showing great signs of chemistry and playing very well. Westchester Henderson has also played very well, but just hasn't been able to prevail.
No, I mean, Upper Dublin at this point, when you talk about quarterback play, Colin O'Sullivan certainly playing a very clean game. Found a lot of really deep plays, a lot of detail-oriented football here. And this is where WC Henderson, we're going to talk about Upper Dublin coming down the stretch in their future games, assuming this score holds. But let's talk about WC Henderson. What have you seen there that you liked? What have you seen that you didn't like today?
You know, I saw their running backs have been, I would say, having a decent game, seeing some holes. But, obviously their plays haven't prevailed. They haven't been getting those big gains like they've needed, and they need to get those gains to get back into the game.
Kickoff is the best of the day here in the cold weather, fielded at the 15, and Upper Dublin is there to make the tackle at about the 27. So it's been, Westchester Henderson and the weird offense they've run. They've done pretty much more Wildcat than regular quarterback play, I'd say. And a lot of runs. They certainly can't run the ball here in the second half down 35. We're going to see what they come out with on this point and what they're able to do here. Maybe score a little bit, get back in this game, make it competitive here in the fourth quarter. Well, once we get to the fourth quarter, we're in the third quarter right now, of course. Under center now, as Henderson is going to start this, and they just start it with a give, and it's shut up. Upper Dublin is in there, and that's been the story of this game with Upper Dublin's athleticism on the defensive line.
I don't, to get back in this game, you got to have those long passes, and these runs are just not working.
I mean, that's Upper Dublin's athleticism. They can do that to you pretty much on any down. Second and 10, excuse me, in the pistol for Henderson, 2 on each side of your screen. And whistles and a flag, and it looks like we've got some movement. Some illegal motion on Henderson. That'll make it second down and 15 here. 8 minutes, 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter as we back it up to second and 15 at their own 23.
Got to have a big pass here to get themselves back in this game.
For the offense, 5-yard penalty. Second and 15, Warriors.
Back in the pistol here, second and 15. And it's press coverage for Upper Dublin. 2 receivers on the top, 1 at the bottom, man in motion to the backfield. Trice gives it off. A little bit of a crease. We'll call it a pickup of 3. Third down and 12 coming up.
That athleticism of that Upper Dublin football D-line is just killing WC Henderson.
Absolutely. As it's probably going to be a pass play here. It's officially going to be third down. Mark it at the 27. Third and 11, we're going to call it. Trice under center. 2 wide receivers at the bottom, 2 tight ends at the top. Man in motion, and it's back up the middle, and it's stopped cold. The give is to Schleimer, but nothing doing for Ryan Schlemmer there. Schlemmer-Hammer, excuse me. And that'll bring up fourth down, and the punt unit comes on for Henderson.
When the Upper Dublin Cardinals get the ball back, I see no way how they cannot score. They've been driving the ball really well, running the ball really well. And I think if they're playing the football they've played today, they'll get another score.
Well, first we have a punt. Henderson has faked a punt already in this one. This one is away, though. Not a great punt. Bounces before midfield, and it's downed at the Upper Dublin 43, which is where we'll take over. But first, I want a word from Braxton Gans, who's on the camera work today here in the second half. What have you seen here, Braxton, today by both sides?
Upper Dublin, obviously the better team today, just running the ball and gaining those yards.
Absolutely. We talk about McIntyre and Bartlett, and that's really been the story here, right, Eric? Colin O'Sullivan, the pass he had to Griffin Pensby, those routes that he's finding to Noah Lee. This is a dangerous Upper Dublin offense. What do you think Upper Dublin could be doing to really kind of get deep in these playoffs? What do you think?
I think they just need to be doing the same things that they're doing now. WC Henderson, when they expect run, we go pass, and when they expect pass, we go run, and that's what I think Upper Dublin should just keep doing.
This is not a bad football team, as the first we start with a give to McIntyre. We'll call it a pickup of 5. Excuse me, that is not McIntyre.
Up across the 45 to the 47.
It's Dominic Payone, not McIntyre. Both have got a 1 in that second digit, but seems like Upper Dublin's going to start rolling with some backups here as they are well in front of this one, halfway through the third quarter, 2nd and 5 here for Upper Dublin. It's Rodriguez in there at quarterback. O'Sullivan taking a seat as it's a lot of second stringers, and it's back to Payone, who's got 2 yards for 3rd down and 3.
I actually think that's smart. You don't want to get Colin O'Sullivan hurt for these playoffs,
Absolutely
especially if
not.
we can go deep into these playoffs.
And Rodriguez is a pretty good linebacker for this Upper Dublin team. You really see him show out on the defensive side of the ball. This is really who Upper Dublin wants to be their second guy. When Colin O'Sullivan had that minor injury last year, you kind of saw how it was really Rodriguez who stepped up as that second guy. Colin, they have guys like Coleman Zambrowski in there who are more natural quarterbacks, but they seem to want Rodriguez in his athleticism should something bad happen to Colin O'Sullivan. I don't think it will at this point. But, that's who they seem to want, is it's in the gun. And it is a give, and it is stopped short. Henderson with a pretty big defensive stop, and now there's some extras, and the pile's still moving. As it's going to be marked short. Alex Rossman on the carry. Marked short there. 4th down coming up.
Up a ton, obviously. Running up the middle, just wasting some clock. I think that's a smart thing to do.
And it looks like Upper Dublin's going to go for it here, up big. I'm not sure I see this one. The clock is moving. 4th down and 1, it's going to be called at the Henderson 49, line to gain the 48. Rodriguez in the gun. 2 receivers on each side. Man in motion as Rodriguez takes the snap himself up the middle, and he's got 1st down yardage. Will they give him forward progress? It seems like they will. The spot seems to be generous, and it looks like an Upper Dublin 1st down.
No, that is a big play for Upper Dublin. Waste more time off the clock.
And that clock's moving.
1st and 10.
The clock's moving, the chain's moving, and Upper Dublin is feeling good here with some underclassmen in this one. 35-0. All Cardinals here as they're taking out the much lower-seeded Henderson, missing their starting quarterback. They've ran the ball well today. Currently no points on the scoreboard. A lot of missed 4th down opportunities when Henderson has had the ball for sure. But Upper Dublin has not really had those. They've been really efficient with the football, and they're doing a great job here, salting away this one here. 1st down and 10 at the 48 of Henderson. Pistol strong formation. And Rodriguez is going to give it to the up back. And he's going to lose a yard.
Alex Rossman on the carry.
Rossman loses a yard as it seems there's a few second-tier offensive linemen in there for Upper Dublin at this point as they're trying to salt this one away. It's less about the gain and more about the time, wouldn't you say, Eric?
Yeah, Upper Dublin, I just feel like they've had, more motivation to them, more of that hype, and it's driven them to get all those points and be winning this game by a lot.
About 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter as we are speedily approaching the quarter break where we will take a break with the game. Back in the pistol strong formation, 1 receiver on each side, 2 backs. Rodriguez with the toss out, and he's going to get the corner. No, he's not. He'll pick up 2, and that'll make it 3rd down and 8, 3rd down and 9 there. The give is to Dominic Payone on the carry there.
Again, wasting more and more of that clock. All Upper Dublin needs to end this game and move on to the next round.
Gain of 1 on the play.
They're going to mark it 3rd and 10, back about where the ball was, 3rd and 9.
Upper Dublin.
Officially, yeah, we're going to put the ball at the Henderson 47 here. The 38, the line to gain.
Do you think they run here or do you think they pass?
Well, I mean, this is always interesting. I'm always a proponent of a screen pass or a draw play. Something safe where the clock is likely to still move, but you're still likely to gain yards to give yourself an opportunity to get the third down. That's always been my thoughts on this. It's the pistol weak formation here. Rodriguez, and it is just back to the running back Payon. And he's got no yardage, and it is shut down. 49 seconds. Upper Dublin will have to run another play before the quarter break, up 35-0.
Again, not a bad drive for Upper Dublin, wasting that clock.
No, they certainly did waste a little clock, even with only one first down there. And Owen Carl, our good friend CJ, we know he loves Owen Carl, so we'll give him some Owen Carl support here on this one. 21 seconds, so it seems like Upper Dublin wants this to play the last act here of the third quarter.
You know, WC Henderson has just not been alive like this Upper Dublin Cardinals football team has. You know, the crowd's alive, the team is alive, and they've definitely played alive today.
And the clock is rolling, and we're going to have flags. Seems to be a delay of game more than likely. The clock reads triple zeros. Triple zeros is not accurate at this point. It cannot be. As if there's delay of game, necessarily the play clock had less time on it than the game clock. So we'll be sorting that one out. Braxton, 3 quarters down. What are your thoughts on, let's talk about this Upper Dublin offense in particular.
Upper Dublin started off strong, and they've been going strong. All they need to do is keep with the plays and run the clock.
And they're going to call at the end of the third quarter. We're going to take a little break. I'm Jake Levine with Braxton Garenz and Eric Berman. We will see you in the fourth. Upper Dublin here ready to punt to open the fourth quarter. Carl back there to kick. And it's 4th and 14. It's a high snap, and it's away, and it's a liner.
Punt got blocked.
Rolling.
I think that punt got blocked.
Might have been. Down to the 30, so it's not going to be a terrible punt either way, as we're going to see Henderson here back on this one in the fourth quarter, 35-0. In the last acts here of this first round playoff game between the Cardinals and the Warriors.
Jake, what do you think WC Henderson has to do to get some points on the board at least?
Well, this is certainly interesting. We always talk about the pride thing, right? You got to score. Can't get shut out, especially in a game like this in a playoff game. They got to keep running the ball at this point. It's very important for them to keep running the ball here, and this is how they've had their success. We've talked about how Henderson's offense was not terrible. Upper Dublin's going to call a timeout here. Henderson's offense was not terrible in the first half. I know the line says 0 points on the scoreboard, but they were moving the ball. It was those fourth down conversions that really hurt them in the end of those drives. So we're going to see if they can get back to those run games, get some points here before this one's over.
You know, I agree definitely what you said before. They need to break Upper Dublin's, pride so they can get some points on the board. It's all Upper Dublin right now, and they need to make it about WC Henderson.
Absolutely here. And this has been, it's still a cold night. We're in the 30s, and it's obvious. You can feel it on the sidelines. You can feel it in the stadium here. Again, I do want to say thank you to Wissahickon from everyone at the Upper Dublin Athletics office. With all the damage that happened to Cardinal Stadium from Hurricane Ida, we want to say thank you to the the Wissahickon Athletic Department and School District for letting us use this venue here for the playoffs. As it is going to be under center here for Henderson. And we'll see how they start this one. It's going to be a fake give by Trice. Trice has a corner. Trice to the outside. Trice past the 30. the 20, 10. Schleiss is going to score, and Henderson's on the board.
And that's what we were talking about before. Got to break through Upper Dublin football's pride, get that run game going.
I mean, Upper Dublin for sure, thought that ball was coming right up the middle like it's been all day. Ryan Schleiss showing why this has been a run-first offense, a read-option type offense, and he just shows, and then he's got game-breaking speed, gets to the outside. Really good work there.
And you got to give a credit to them. That was a great play call, great run, and, you know, great
Seems
run
like they've
by
been waiting
WC.
all game to use that play, kind of like a fourth quarter type play. It might be too little, too late, but that could have been a complete game-breaking play had this one been closer.
Kick is up and good.
35-7. We're going to take a little break here as we end that scoring drive. One play, 35-7, Upper Dublin. We'll be back after this. And we are back here getting ready for the kickoff. 11:25 going down in this one. Here comes the kickoff here, up 28. And the kick is off, and it's fielded at the 16, and a little lateral here. Some trickeration. Michael Wright's going to go down at the 22.
Do you think Upper Dublin tries to put some more points back on the board, or do you think they run up the gut for more time off the clock again?
I mean, you would assume that they just keep trying to run the ball here, get home with a W here. Very interesting stuff here. And Upper Dublin here, they've kind of rolled with the backups a little bit. As we're going to hear from Braxton Gantz, what are your thoughts?
WC Henderson obviously showing some more momentum in this game. Can they keep it up, though?
You know, I don't know. I mean, if Upper Dublin can play like they do, I do not see how WC Henderson can kick it up. They could score some more points on the board. But, you know, it will be interesting to see what's coming with the game after that huge run by WC Henderson.
You're right. It'll be very hard, but we'll see what will happen.
Upper Dublin back here, 22, at their own 22, excuse me.
Colin O'Sullivan still out of the game.
Rodriguez is still in. It's going to be interesting if we kind of see Coleman Zamborski a little bit in this one.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to have a little bit of a substitution question mark, it seems. Timeout, Upper Dublin, as we are going to take another break with the timeout as they sort this one out. It's going to be Zach Holman taking you guys the rest of the way on play-by-play tonight. Eric Berman's still going to be with us on the color commentating, and it's going to be Holman and Berman here taking you the rest of the way here. 35-7, Upper Dublin on top of the Henderson Warriors.
Run looks to be about 2 yards. 2 yards.
That's number 19, Tyler Polo on the carry.
Who's the color guy?
Gain of 2 on the play. Second and 8. Upper Dublin.
Upper Dublin faces 2nd and 8 with 9:45 in counting in the fourth quarter. At this point, they have their second-string quarterback in, Nick Rodriguez. Connell Sullivan left the game at around after halftime.
Upper Dublin running that clock out, trying to get the clock to 000 and win this football game.
Rodriguez takes a snap, hands it off, and we'll get back to about the line of scrimmage.
Still wasting more time.
Yes, it is very important to note that the clock is running as long as they continue to run the ball, which is exactly what Upper Dublin needs right now.
What do you think WC Henderson needs to do to get back in this football game?
Oh, I think they need to move the ball down the field fast, if anything.
Definitely.
At this point, they would need 4 scores to even have a chance of tying it up. So, when they get the ball back, they should definitely have the idea of trying to move the ball as fast as possible, which may include passing the ball, something they haven't done much of tonight.
Oh.
Handoff, and he's stopped about a yard short of the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up a 4th and 9.
Now, I know we've been focusing on WC Henderson's offense a lot, but their defense is going to be very key in this end of the game. Maybe even forcing a fumble or an interception just to get the ball back.
Definitely, I agree with that.
All right, we have Owen Carl here to punt.
WC Henderson, has done a great job on 2 defensive possessions on getting stops, forcing the punt for Upper Dublin.
Carl's had an excellent game so far, both in kicking extra points and also in punts. Gets the snap, punts it away. It's a pretty good one. And it will roll out of bounds at about the 47-yard line of Upper Dublin.
If WC Henderson can get that run like they did last offensive possession, I wouldn't say it would be a game, but it would start to get a little more interesting. What do you think?
Yes, I definitely think that the game will. Yeah, Eric said it.
Clock is at 7:35 and ticking down to about the 7-minute 30 mark as WC Henderson takes the ball under snap.
Takes the snap, hands it off, and Upper Dublin's defense swarms him. Looks like he will get about back to the line of scrimmage. That brings up 2nd and 10.
WC Henderson has been running the ball up the middle a decent amount of times today. And, it hasn't been working very well. And then when they bounced out to the side, that play really worked. Let's see if they try to bounce out to the side again or stay in the middle.
All right, number 3 lines up in the gun. One running back. Takes a snap, hands it off. It's a good carry. Looks like he will pick up at about 8 yards, and it will bring up a 3rd and 2 at about the 45-yard line.
Do you think if the Upper Dublin defense gets a stop here without letting up any points, would you consider this game over, or would you still think there could be a game left?
Yes, this would absolutely ice the game if they can get a stop here. Especially at this point of the field, because if they can stop them on 2 straight plays and get a turnover, they will have very solid field position. The offense will have very solid field position. All right, takes the handoff, hands it off. Gets another good play. He runs the ball it's about a 5-yard gain there.
Now, a very important factor coming up will be, I'm pretty certain that WC Henderson still has all their timeouts, so that could be a big factor later on.
That definitely could be a big factor, but WC Henderson is down by a decent amount, and, I think they should be forcing the ball downfield in order to get this ball game closer in points.
Yeah, I really am surprised that they aren't trying to get the ball moving more, especially since, and they've already worn off about 3 minutes of the clock since they started, and as 26 gets a handoff and gains about 3 or 4 yards again, down to the 36-yard line.
Similar to that touchdown run they had last possession, bouncing out to the outside. Didn't work that time, but get a decent gain of about 4 yards.
All right. Number 2 lines up under center. Man in motion, 26, takes the ball, hands it off. And it's another good run. Looks like he gained a first down there.
You know, as we heard before this game, the W.C. Henderson's starting quarterback has been ruled out for the game. Do you think that was an effect of why W.C. Henderson has been running the ball a lot today?
Yes, I think that factor has definitely made them think about keeping the ball on the ground more, not throwing it and not airing it out as much.
Do you think it would be a different game with the starting quarterback, or do you think it would be about the same amount of points difference?
I think it would be a very different game because if they had their starting quarterback and he was passing more, that would unlock the potential for big plays for Westchester Henderson, which I think if they had earlier in the game would have drastically changed where the game would be at this point.
No, I am just a little bit confused on these plays, you know. Getting yardage of 8, 6, 5, you know, with that clock ticking down. I just think they should probably force the ball downfield. You know, the worst thing that could happen is an interception that would ice the game.
Yeah, I do agree. These plays are getting them yardage, but as Eric said, the time is really coming off the clock. So let's see if they continue to run the ball for the rest of the drive here, or if they decide to throw a pass to try to get a touchdown quicker. Right. Once again, number 2 lines up under center, takes a snap, hands it off, and another solid gain there. He's pushed back, but with forward progress, looks like he will gain about 3 or 4 yards.
And again, it looks like time will just be eating off this clock even more, down to about 2 minutes and 20 seconds, ticking down quickly. Braxton, are you a little bit confused of this W.C. Henderson play calling, or do you think that it is a smart thing to be running this ball?
I think it could go either way. I mean, if they throw the ball, there's a likely chance that they could get intercepted, but running it could slow the clock.
It's a handoff. And Upper Dublin defense shows up on that play, limiting them to about 2 yards.
Clock ticking down, 1:40. 1 minute and
counting,
40
may I say.
seconds.
Never mind that.
Right.
2nd and 7.
It looks like the players on the Upper Dublin bench have considered this game over, and, you know, now I feel like these teams are just playing for pride at this point. What do you think?
Yes, I definitely agree. Upper Dublin's defense that is in right now, definitely, I think a stop here would definitely give them momentum heading into next round of playoffs. Yeah, they played a great game tonight, and making a final stop here will definitely give them momentum. And that's a great stop there. Looks like he was tackled at about the line of scrimmage again.
And a win in this round means they are going into the next round. What do you think they'll need to do to prevail next round and go deeper into this playoff run?
Well, I noticed that early in the game they had a couple of big penalties that they gave that essentially was giving Westchester Henderson free yards. I think if they can get rid of those penalties and not have any next week, I think their team could definitely make it far.
30 seconds left and counting. And it's a fumble.
It's a fumble. Picked up. And looks like he'll be dropped at about the 10-yard line.
And in 15 seconds, it looks like this game is over. There may be 1 or 2 plays ran. Not 2. 1 play left. And this game is over.
Looks like they're going to run out the clock.
Upper Dublin has defeated W.C. Henderson 35-7.
All right,
What
everyone.
a great overall game by Upper Dublin. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and tune in next week.
The Westchester Henderson Warriors 7.